It's no secret, Stockton gets a bad rap when it comes to high-profile crimes.
Our investigators and crime scene investigators will be out
tonight. We now know 2 people were shot and 1 person.
Hey Stockton, quick video. Tomorrow is an opportunity for all of us to vote, but you guys need to be really aware of a certain measure. Measure in. I know a lot of you guys have been seeing like advertisement for it, but let me tell you guys something right now. Measure in should be a no vote, 100%. What's happening right now is that currently in our budget, I'm talking about our general funds, 70% of our budget goes to fire and police, 76%, right? So that leaves 24% of the rest of the money in the city to go to things like your roads, your sidewalks, you're talking about parks, you're talking about tree maintenance, street cleanings, any type of libraries. Now, what has happened with this before in the past is when we had a budget like this going directly to fire and the police, that's when Stockton became the #1 city to file bankruptcy. Well, the first city in the nation to file bankruptcy.
Right now, Stockton stands as the largest U.S. city to declare bankruptcy, and the paperwork could be filed as early as this morning.
And good morning, sun rising on a new day in Stockton, but the local newspaper headline pretty much says it all. Bankrupt. That is what Stockton's going to become known for.
A yes on Measure N will lead us in the same direction. Do not get this confused with Measure A. Now, Measure A was a tax that was separately designed to increase the pay of police officers. And at this point, they got up to 18% increase in pay. Measure A was already designed to help with recruitment and retention. This separate measure that they're doing, this is about general funds. This is about our money. This is about taxpayers' dollars that they would have control over. This is totally different than Measure A, which they use to try to recruit and retain officers. And even with that, when they did do Measure A, it had stuff that was like bonuses. Like these guys would get like sign-on bonuses, $5K. They had benefits going towards their uniforms, one-time bonuses. It was like a 10-year, this was like a 10-year measure that they were going to use to retain, right? More money does not mean more safety for you guys. It doesn't. Even when it comes to hiring officers, you're talking about officers that have to pass their background check. They have to have a clean digital footprint, so all their social media. You're talking about individuals who have to go pass a lie detector test. It's just not, it doesn't make logical sense, all right? I'm telling you right now, a vote, yes, on Measure N will only lead us to bankruptcy as we went through in the past. This is something that's super critical to our overall budget. Let me tell you something about this. So what happens with that is they're going to bring in arbitrators if this passes. You're talking about somebody from people, there's going to be 3. One agreed on by the police and fire, one agreed on by a city, and someone that's mutual. These people are going to come into our city. They don't live here, and they're going to make decisions. We already have a city manager.
Fast forward to today, and current city manager Harry Black says Stockton is financially solvent, but proceeding with caution.
We're solid from a financial standpoint, but again, it's never forgetting that it's very easy to quickly to get into financial trouble versus being able to get out of it.
And the city came out of bankruptcy in February 2015. As part of the plan, the city was able to settle with retirees to eliminate free retiree health care. The city's plan to pay off debts continues until 2053.
But I will not forget what you've done to my family.
Neither will 59-year-old Anna Segura, who worked as a Stockton Police Department records officer for 26 years. She retired with full medical benefits in 2008. Now the city's bankruptcy budget will require her to pay $1,200 a month for health care.
July 1st, $1,200. I don't have $1,200. I need the health insurance. Back in 2010, I was got cancer, cervical cancer.
It will move to ultimately eliminate medical benefits for former city employees who have now retired. Those retirees, they all came to take city leaders to task for getting this city into this financial mess and essentially spending more money than they have. Listen.
Anna, you work for us. We guarantee you that you will have health benefits when you reach a certain age. They promised. And they turned around and lied.
And this is what we need. We need to keep all decisions among the city council and with the city managers. If you guys vote yes on Measure N, our funds are going to be dispersed and you're going to get outside people paid and they're going to make decisions. These are going to be people making decisions about Stockton that don't even live here. let's put this into perspective. Across the United States, there's only 15 cities that have outside arbitrators making financial decisions. 15 cities. Now let's put that into more perspective. In California alone, there's 483 cities. So make it make sense, you guys. And the fact that if you guys go on here, I just seen a thing with, oh, and by the way, KCRA just ran a story. Do you guys know the Department of Justice is here in Stockton watching voters? And another thing about Stockton, did you guys know that San Joaquin County spent the least amount of money this year on educating people about their voting rights, or educating people about measures, or educating people about various propositions? We spent the least amount of money in California. Now the DOJ is here, and now the fire unions and police unions have put over $1 million into campaigning to convince you guys to vote yes for Measure N. This should be not just a no, it should be a hell no. Listen to me. If you want better parks for your kids, if you want community centers, if you want better tree maintenance, if you want these damn potholes fixed in the roads, if you guys want street sweepers around, if you want better situations for the homeless, you better vote no on Measure N. Listen, this is a late night thing for me. Like I'm telling you guys, I just hopped on a mic right now because I have to bring you guys some more truth. Look it up. Measure N is not the solution to our problems. It is not going to lower the crime rate. And I want you guys to know something. I think right now we're at about 41 homicides. When we filed bankruptcy and all that money was going into the police and fire, we were at 48 homicides. So shit hasn't got better, and more money ain't going to make it better.
Sit up there every meeting and you pat yourselves on the back over how brave you are making these tough decisions. But you're not brave. You failed. You failed this city, and you failed all of these people.
In court, Judge Christopher Klein agreed with the city on virtually every point. However, the judge did say some of Stockton's money problems were of its own making because of, quote, overly generous worker benefits, bad management, and excessive optimism about redevelopment projects.
So this could be a long road to recovery for the city of Stockton, as it is now going to become the largest city ever to file for Chapter 9 bankruptcy. Live in Stockton, Mike Tassell, KCRA 3 reports.
Now I'm faced with, how can I come in? They're not going to touch me without insurance. So it's like saying, I'm going to die.